Nick delivers good gossip, friend. Damn good gossip. Welcome to Girl, Can We Gossip with.
If you was beefing at a wedding, you should have been beefing at their wedding. Why would you bring this to somebody else's club? That's sad. It's upsetting me in my home, girl, because we feel like, well, damn, if you can't go to Bella Noche's, what the hell could you got?
Girl, can we gossip? Ooh, can we gossip? Girl, can we gossip? I have tea, can we gossip?
DRAMA. 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 Drama.
Hey, friend. Welcome back to another episode of Girl, Can We Gossip with the Petty One? Yes, I am your good gossiping girlfriend, Nick here. Always with something trending on Beyonce's internet that we can gossip about. Now, if this is your first time here, I want to welcome you. Hey, girl. Hey, hey, friend. Hey, welcome to my side of YouTube Boulevard. I am Nick, and I'm your good gossiping girlfriend. If you are a subscriber, there are no words that will ever begin to thank you about how I feel about you just being part of my tribe, enjoying my vibe enough to say, hey, I'm going to subscribe to Nick's channel, whatever she's dropping, I'm here for it. So again, I appreciate you. Shout out to my 363 subscribers. Thank you. All right, now let's get into this NBA gambling scandal. And isn't this shit funny that this would happen right at the beginning of the NBA season, of the 25-26 season? This shit is wild. So what we know so far is that there are more than 30 co-defendants accused in this case that involves prominent NBA figures as well as the mafia. Like this shit is like the DEEP deep. DRAMA drama. Okay, so I'm getting my information from the good folks over at USA Today. So let's get into this article. So it's saying the NBA is facing a gambling crisis after a sitting head coach, Chauncey Billups, a current player, Terry Rozier, and a former player, Damon Jones, were all arrested in connection with two federal indictments related to illegal gambling on games and rigged poker games that had mafia ties. Not the mafia, baby. Portland Trail Blazers coach Chauncey Billups, Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier, and former NBA player Damon Jones are all facing criminal charges in the wake of the scandal, which is also connected with the investigation that led to the NBA banning former Toronto Raptors player Jonte Porter. The feds are alleging the extensive scheme spanned years. And there, again, like I said, are more than 30 co-defendants. Baby, this is deep. The investigation remains ongoing, and the fallout has been immediate. Billups and Rozier were placed on immediate leave from their respective teams. Now, this is the shit that, again, that I'm sitting back and I'm just like, you fumbled your bag. Like, how, Sway? How do we allow this to happen? So I'm just thinking about the roads that not only Chauncey Billups took to get to the NBA, but also Terry Rozier. Can you just imagine being a young kid and having a dream like, oh, I'm gonna be an NBA player, I'm gonna be an NBA star. And to have those dreams after the hard work and dedication, having those dreams come into fruition, and you are living your wildest dreams, only for you to fumble the bag and get involved in some fuck shit that has you now on immediate leave. So, yes, you have fumbled all of your hard work, dedication, the blood, sweat, and probably the many tears that you have cried to get to the place where you are today, only for you to fumble that shit over some stupidity. Like how does that happen? Like I get it, we're all human and we all make mistakes, and you know, I just for me, I'm just thinking like how does one just jeopardize the hard work, again, the blood, the sweat, the tears that you have poured into this God-given craft? Like why? Like you're already a millionaire. You're already, I mean, is that not enough? Do you need more of a thrill? Like let me know in the comments, friend. How does one get to this place where you're like, you know what? I'm greedy. I want more. I need some more excitement. I need some, I need some more spice. Like I don't get that. But these guys are on immediate leave now. Rozier's attorney has issued a statement declaring that Rozier is not a gambler. Billups' attorney also released a statement denying Billups' alleged role in the rigged poker games and emphasized that Billups did not gamble on basketball games. Now, we got a timeline and a breakdown of the alleged events in question and the games mentioned as part of the federal investigation into the NBA's gambling scandal. So, this timeline is going back all the way to April 9th, 2019. Shout out to April 9th. That is my brother's birthday. Rest in peace. Mike, miss you so much. So, anyway, federal authorities allege that rigged poker games came backed by the Bonanno, Gambino, and Genovese organized crime families of La Cosa Nostra began as early as 2019. One specific game involving Billups on this date allegedly defrauded victims. So it defrauded victims out of more than $50,000. The scheme featured a shuffling machine that had been secretly altered to use concealed technology to read the cards in the deck, predict which player at the table had the best poker hand, and relay that information to an offsite operator. Oh, this shit is wild. The indictment also includes a message in which the defendants had signals for a quarterback eh, at the table to use once he was relayed the information in real time from offsite, and discussions about purposely losing hands to keep the victims at the table longer. Oh, this is some shady shit. One of the victims was starstruck by Billups, according to the indictment, and this was by design. Now, in October of 2020, the indictment, now this was during COVID. Now, y'all asses should have been at home. But anyway, the indictment alleges that following another rigged poker game in late October 2020, oh, wait a minute. April 9th, also 2019. We in COVID and y'all just was out here just nasty. Just out here, probably no masks on. So, anyway, October 2020, the indictment alleges that following another rigged poker game in late October 2020, bank records show co defendant Robert Stroud wired $50,000 to co defendant Sophia Wee, who then wired $50,000 to Billups. December 2022, investigators allege this is when the gambling scheme involving non public game status information began, with the co defendants accused of using access to private information known by NBA players or NBA coaches that was likely to affect the outcome of upcoming NBA games or individuals' performances, according to the federal indictment. They provided other co conspirators this non public information in exchange for either a flat fee or a share in expected wagering profits for the purpose of betting. Now, February 9th, 2023, the morning before a game between the Los Angeles Lakers and Milwaukee Bucks, Damon Jones is accused of providing non public injury information about an unnamed player who fits the description of LeBron James. In the indictment, Jones, according to the investigation, sent a text message alerting a co-conspirator in that case that James would not be playing even though James had not been ruled out of the official injury report yet. So that means more than likely Damon and LeBron, who are friends, were probably allegedly texting, and Damon probably hit him up. How you feeling? You playing tonight? Da 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 da. Probably LeBron thinking casually, not realizing that his homeboy, who is allegedly now facing charges for this shit, was trying to get insider information to pass along so they could bet on this shit. That's grimy. Okay, so James did not play in the game, and the Lakers lost. Jones, who played 3 NBA seasons with James in Cleveland, served as an unofficial assistant coach, working primarily with James during the 2022-2023 campaign. Now, March 2023, the indictment alleges Rozier, then playing for the Charlotte Hornets, informed co-defendant Denaro Laster that Rozier was going to prematurely remove himself from a game against the New Orleans Pelicans in the first quarter. Laster then allegedly sold the information to multiple co-conspirators, including co-defendant Marv's Fairley. Fairley, an unnamed co-conspirator, agreed to pay Laster $100,000 from their expected gambling winnings. Fairley also sold the information to co-defendant Shane Hennon, who dispersed it to a network of associates in order to place wagers on prop bets for Rozier's under in the game. Prior to the start of the March 23rd game, authorities allege Hennon, other unnamed and named co-conspirators in the investigation, placed more than $260,000 in bets on Rozier's under. Rozier, according to the indictment, removed himself from the game in the first quarter after playing less than 10 minutes and did not return. He had 5 points and 2 assists and finished under the lines set by odds seekers for his points, assists, and 3-point shots. March 24th, 2023. Prior to a game between the Portland Trail Blazers and Chicago Bulls, according to the indictment, an unnamed co-conspirator who fits the description of Chauncey Billups allegedly told co-defendant Eric Ernest the Trail Blazers were tanking and several of their best players would not be playing. Ernest then provided the non-public information to Fairley, who promised to pay at least $5,000 if bets against the Trailblazers were successful. Fairley and Hennon then placed more than $100,000 in wagers that Portland would lose the game. The Blazers wound up not playing their top 4 leading scorers for the season, and the lines changed once the official injury report was released approximately 30 minutes before tip-off. The Bulls then beat the Trailblazers 124-96. Oh, this is just crazy. So again, it goes on and on and on. So what else after that? We have, so that was March 24th, 2023. Then on March 23rd, 2023, the indictment alleges Fairley traveled to Philly to collect his cut of the winnings from the March 23rd game involving Rozier. Laster is also alleged to have traveled to Philly on the same day to collect his portion of the winnings from Fairley. Rozier arranged and paid for Laster's travel, according to the investigation. Fairley gave Laster tens of thousands of dollars in cash as repayment for the information Laster provided to Fairley regarding Rozier's plan to remove himself from the game early. March 3rd, 2023, Laster drove from Philly to Rozier's home in Charlotte, North Carolina, according to the indictment, and during the early morning hours of April 1st, he and Rozier counted the money that Laster had received from Fairley from the March 23rd game. April 23rd, 2020. April 6th, 2023, hours before a game between the Orlando Magic and Cavs, according to the indictment, one of the Magic's regularly starting players told an unnamed co-conspirator that Orlando would be sitting its entire starting lineup. This non-public information was provided to Fairley, who allegedly placed an $11,000 bet that the Cavs would cover the spread. The Magic, according to the investigation, were favored by 9.5 points at the time. The Magic did not play their starters, and Cleveland won the game by 24 points. This is just, and it's like this timeline is very telling. Then it goes on to September 2023, January 2024, January 2024, drama, all the way up until January 2025, October 23rd, 2025, October 24th, 2025. So, October 23rd, 2025, Rozier, Billups, and Jones were arrested for their respective roles in the rigged poker games and illegal betting schemes surrounding NBA games. October 24th, 2025, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, in his first public comments, said during a halftime interview with Amazon Prime that he is deeply disturbed by the allegations. There's nothing more important to the league and its fans than the integrity of the competition, Silver added. Asked how the league had cleared Rozier given his arrest, Silver noted the federal government has subpoena power. It can threaten to put people in jail. It can do all kinds of things that a league office can't do. So we've been working with them since then. Again, can you just, like I said, imagine working your ass off to reach the epitome of your goal only to get allegedly wrapped up in some crazy shit that could cost you your future, your legacy? That's just sad. That's wild. Now, again, in the court of law, you are innocent until proven guilty. But these dates, timestamps, amounts of money exchanged, baby, it's going to be hard to prove that these gentlemen were not involved in these shady dealings. And can you imagine what the text threads look like? I wonder if anyone erased the text threads to be like, I had nothing to do with it. I had nothing to do with it. It's crazy. But there are bank receipts. I'm quite sure there are bank receipts and all types of other forensic evidence that, ooh, baby, it ain't looking good. It ain't looking good. It's just crazy to me. I don't get it. I don't get it. But again, the Real House Husbands of the NBA is giving us enough drama to keep my attention locked on it. So, friend, I will have more information as this unfolds. Continue to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And friend, I'm going to see y'all in the next video.
Drama. 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 Drama.
Girl, can we gossip? Ooh, can we gossip? Girl, can we gossip? I have tea, can we gossip?